Rastafari. The name is Baba Ra Muyinda, Rama Muyinda. I'm a lawyer, I'm a copyright consultant, and reggae dancehall artist, CEO Public Entertainers Network of East Africa, and I'm also a father. Today is one of those days where we expect to catch some massive attention globally, especially from Ugandans who are living within Uganda, within the East African region, but also anywhere else in the world.
How you doing?
I'm great, man.
I'm good to see you.
Good to see you too, bro.
Me personally, I call you Mr. Ra.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
the original name. Very few people know that Mr. Ra is actually Baba Ra.
You're serious?
Yeah.
They don't tend to depreciate any of the two.
No, many of them that don't.
Welcome to MC Cats Talks, where we talk about anything that is helping society.
Yep.
We're not attacking anybody. Anything that brings back anything good to society, we'll talk about it. And give us a preamble. May I meet you with Vampos and Bena? But
Yeah.
give us your educational levels and how you meet Vampos and Bena and how long you've been with them.
Yes, well, first of all, I appreciate your energy, Cats. MC Cats is Katamba Edwin. But some of us who have been here for some time, but at least we've been here for some time, and we know what the industry has been like from way back. So first of all, to begin with, I want to appreciate and give you your flowers. Cats Talks is now, I think, one of the platforms that anyone who is interested in knowing what is going on ground authentically, to have the real information that is can be trusted, can be based on, can be relied on, referred to. I think this is a platform that we need to give energy and attention to. So MC Cats, thank you so much, and I'm glad to be here. My name is Rama Muyinda, also known as Baba Ra. I'm a reggae dancehall artist, and I'm a lawyer by profession. I'm specified in copyrights, intellectual properties, so I'm a copyright
Stop right
consultant.
there. There's a time I was interviewing Bruce Melody, and he told me something like, there's a time we were signing a contract,
Yep.
we were selling his album, and he called, what's that Kenyan group? Sauti Sol, and he was asking, who of you knows like copyright musical lawyer? And we're like, no, we also get lawyers from South Africa. So you must be among the few, you should use that.
Exactly.
There are few musical lawyers in this country.
If the environment we're in was that supportive, trust me, I'm supposed to be, leveraged on. I'm a guy who was really dedicated.
No, you can figure out like how to specify in contracts artists sign.
Yes, I'm
Also
doing that.
brand ambassadoring and record label contracts, distribution contracts. I've been doing a lot of reading about Jay-Z, how he managed to do Rockefeller, separate it from streaming. That is what's his app? From Tidal, separating Rockefeller, Tidal, the clothing line, the performing line, and separating Jay-Z and Beyonce as a brand, and they're all managed under one company but different ends.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing. I think as us who started music because of love, we didn't feel the memo.
Yeah,
For us, we're here for the love and all that.
We've learned on the job.
We've learned on the job.
We've learned on the job, yeah. But thanks, that's a good plan, and yeah, I've been thinking, because I've been doing it after all, at my level, trying to assist artists here and there, and I think now it's high time that I do it on another level.
When did you study law? Because men find you Bampos Benon, that's the DVA days, a young boy.
A very, very young boy.
Yeah. Were you studying then?
Yes,
How come you're with us every night?
I was in high school, actually, DVA days, but then I started campus in 2008. That's when I completed, and I started actually my law degree at UCU. And by that time, I hadn't really done anything in the music industry specific, but I managed to get a record deal in my first year actually. When we registered and stepped into campus, I got Casta, you know Casta? Yeah, so he signed us, and my song did well. It was produced by Benon from Swanks. Did well in East Africa.
That's in between studying and hustling.
Now I'm coming to where I get into the studies. Because now I had just come out of high school. But when I get into campus and do that song, now there comes the conflict of interest. I have the passion for the art.
What are you telling your
but
parents
my
then?
parents are telling me you have to
Exactly.
study.
That's how it works.
So
in
that's
African tradition.
exactly. So there was a big battle between them. But I managed to hustle through. It was never easy. Vampino used to wake me up every morning.
You remember that house where we all used to go from Sil, Muswangali?
Yeah, Muswangali.
Some sleep in the garage, some sleep in the sitting room, some sleep in the bedroom.
I'm
We
just
wake up like
glad
we are 15 people,
you know,
and we start musical
start again.
We should have documented this thing. That somebody had that documentary.
It's a beautiful story. People need to refer to.
So fast forward,
Yeah,
over the years, then the next time I see you, you're totally too much into the federation business. Do you join federation as a musician or as a lawyer?
Federation is something new. We started this even before radio left us. You remember saying Uganda music? That is the birth of the federation. So I
And
get
most
so
people don't know
disappointed.
that. Let's give them a preamble. Save Ugandan music.
Yes.
This was the whole thing. We came out with a campaign. I think we had seen it from P Square.
Yeah.
And we said we're going to go to bar, DJ to DJ, play Ugandan music.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the time Mosaic thinks through somebody's laptop in the swimming pool.
pool.
So initially there's no agenda, there's no paperwork. It's a bunch of passionate people.
Pressure group.
Yeah, pressure group. Like we're going bar to bar. You have to play Ugandan music, truth or nail.
Yeah, and
then from there, tell them.
actually it was the battle to say that you guys, we need our copyright to be working. We need the law to be implemented and people start paying for our works. That was the real battle, because you know.
But then were we even thinking about copyright?
As in, that was the focus. That was the main thing. But people weren't discussing the real topic. You know, like it is in Uganda. So many things are just talked about and left there. But when you get to the core business, then it was copyright that we were advocating for. So radio was actually complaining that you guys, you're playing foreign music, but you're paying this music that you're playing. Yeah. And then for us, when we come, you're asking us to pay you to play our money.
Yeah. You always had this thing of whiskey demos, always
yeah.
So from Save Ugandan music,
it gave birth to unfortunately.
Me, the time I leave Save Ugandan music WhatsApp group is the time people were trying to attack Kasuku. So I'm seeing people planning to go to Dembe FM. I'm like, Kasuku is my boy. I call Kasuku. I'm like, if you're around Dembe FM, get the hell out of there. These guys are coming and they're many. You won't handle. He always says that. So there I lost track. I'm like, it's going to be fighting and all that. I lost track. Take us through how it goes to from Save Ugandan music to there's another what we chat wow, Charimba Silva Chagulanyi, Bebe Cool Silva Chagulanyi, Juliana Ragadi. What that step how Saru.
So Silva Chagulanyi that's the time when he opened up what they call the Copyright Institute of Uganda. And this is
that was his company.
Yes, that's his company. But still he was trying to establish something that musicians should know their rights, their value, and understand how the industry is monetized. Because we were getting into a digital stage. In fact, we had already crossed, but for us, we were still lagging behind and doing everything another. So after Save Ugandan music, the organized entity that came through was WUMA.
WUMA.
It is Uganda Musicians Association. So WUMA came through because of COVID. When COVID came and hit the industry, musicians woke up and
then we were trying to figure out how we can plug into government. That's when we know it's a national theater with Ragadi, NSS, UNCC. So Ragadi and the team plugged us into government and created WUMA.
Exactly.
Continue right there.
Yeah. So WUMA was created because COVID came and hit artists and they didn't know what to do, but they had to come together and find a solution. So now they of course the Bagagaba is government. Government has all the money,
all the resources.
All the resources. So
somebody may beg to defund our Gamba. Before government, you are all making money. We had seen the Messages building houses, the retirees building hotels, the Chameleons have mattresses. Lay down, already starting our lighting has been best, but we shall continue. Why did you have to run to government, yet it looked like the industry was already making enough money?
The good thing is that you can mention the names. So it was only a handful. It's okay. It was only a handful of artists who were, and that's how the industry is still up to now. If we talk about real mainstream artists, you may not mention more than 50 mainstream artists in Uganda who can be called for shows that are really valuable. In Kampala, you may not even mention 20 or 30. It's the same musicians who are performing on the same stages. The rest are just, let me say, six fillers.
So you're saying these few, you felt like it had to be great.
Warren representing the entire, you know, and these are individual benefits. But now we are saying, okay, if there is a Ministry of Education, because now creative arts is an entire sector that government taxes and benefits from. But all the years, there was no way government was investing into the sector that they are
so
pulling.
we should give credit National Theatre, Ragadi, Emma Carlos, and the team there.
Ragadi has to be given big
because he was so big into plugging us into government.
Exactly.
Then the rumor came before even the federation is made. They're stealing our money, UPRS. They are stealing our money. They're going to Museveni. Then they came in where Bebe Pool got some money, and initially. That studio, I went there and he said it on live camera on NBS After 5. He said you can pick the camera, you can come and record, but you record, you pay some electricity because your bill's being paid. And when you rent the camera, it has like security and the person who controls it, you pay them. That interview is somewhere on my YouTube channel.
Yep.
So when we started complaining that Ragadi, Bebe, and people were going to the president and picking money and it wasn't helping the industry, that's when federation issue comes from.
Yeah. So these people were government. We were surprised at some level when we engaged with President Museveni, and he was informing us that he has been investing in the industry. So everyone who was approaching him, with Muse it was 2023.
How did we get there? Because we had never met. You remember Muse was more like Bebe, Ragadi. Exactly. People used to go to General Sally in Google.
Yeah.
Exactly. How did you people engage with Museveni?
That is after
took us there.
It is Kenzo who took musicians to President Museveni to say that musicians have come as a block, as a sector.
We now unite.
Yeah, because all these guys were going there individually.
So
this one gets a billion and he says the Wumpa and Kuyamba industry. So Bebe Cool's reasoning is actually authentic. It's okay. The way he explains it, he says for him his lobbying has always been, if you invest into the big artists, you would have invested in the entire sector. You would have saved a lot.
Why only the big artists?
That's his reasoning. He feels like if you push these guys and they make noise out there, these other young ones will follow up, will definitely pick up. It's like the same mentality of saying, you know?
Oh, so, that formula,
that's his kind of formula. And I think that's how he has done most of his things.
Let Wizkid come, then Banner will come, then Davido will come. I think we had the blueprint of Nigeria. We had seen how P-Square
he has been there. So
Two-Face had pulled P-Square pulled another bunch of people. So where is the part when you disagree with Cindy? Because then we see Eddy has a team at Alu Suits. Cindy says, I'm not joining you. There's time of Saha, you voting and all that trappers. Where did the disagreement come from? Because it seems like we are all chasing the same goal.
So good thing is that I'm the guy who has the facts.
Okay, let's start from here. When did you start officially working with the system? Did you work with WOM at one point?
Yes, I was the head of Lingo.
Okay, now let's start from WOM. Yeah. What makes you leave WOM? In the meetings you had, board meetings you had, and say, you know what, I'm going to the federation.
Before WUMA, we had formed Solution Ugandan Music.
Who's that?
That is Yeya Mose, Ragadi, Yeya Mose, and me, and some other, Grace Nakalema, some other artists.
That one.
You did hear of it, of course.
It's called what?
Solution Ugandan Music. So, because there were so many entities, everyone was so
everyone was chasing their own
make
right
a solution now. So we came up with that one, and that was now COVID in the administration.
How far did that one go? How long did you last?
It actually gave birth to WUMA.
All of us
who were the leaders of the solution thing. Ended up transferring to WUMA and making one.
For somebody who's out there, when you say you're on the legal team, what is the legal team doing now? Let's start from the joining, the WUMA. What are you signing? Where are you
WUMA is legal team. My office was definitely formalizing the registrations, ensuring that you have the certificates, writing proposals, introduction letters to the different ministries, and all these other negotiations that we had, chairing also most of the meetings.
What's in the paperwork of WUMA?
And I was working directly under Silver Chaplain.
He's a lawyer,
yeah, he was a senior to me.
So you're doing all the paperwork and reporting to Silver Chaplain? You have all these documents with him?
Yes.
Just in case of record, they come for us, we have documentation.
Exactly.
So these documents, as a lawyer, we're going to Ministry of Gender. Where were they going?
Yeah,
Parliament.
Ministry of Gender, Ministry of Justice.
Give us a brief.
Parliament.
What were you writing? What were you saying?
We were introducing ourselves to the government, because government has been saying for a long time the industry is disorganized.
Yeah.
The issue from General Salim Saleh was the industry is totally disorganized. So he had to take us into lectures for almost.
That's in Uma before even Kenzo.
Yeah.
Federation.
It's very unfortunate that I approached Kenzo then, and I told him, please come, we need your energy, your growth, and BET, blah blah blah.
Let's join forces.
And I was shocked at the end of the day when he was saying, but anyway, that's a story of another day. Yeah.
So all this time you're also talking to General Saleh?
Yes.
Is your guideline, your patron kind of person?
Yes. Because we went for relief. It was COVID times. Remember?
I remember I also went to Gulu.
So
I was just disappointed that the promoters were taking over all the flowers.
Exactly.
I remember doing a speech
there
and I cried. And
they were saying they are the ones who own the industry.
Yeah, the ones who, and the line in front of Geno,
that.
It's us who fund the artists, it's us who give them money, it's us who take them to studios. Like,
exactly.
I can't sit in there. I was with Maritina, I was like, you guys, me, I'm driving back to Kampala. Like, I won't stand telling lies with all our pains.
You know?
Because some of us have invested in this business more than we've invested in our own children.
You know?
Yeah, our life has all the little money we made. So, break it down when WUMA, because you're inside WUMA, you know everything that's going on.
Yeah.
When does WUMA say we want to work with the federation, and when do you leave WUMA to join the federation, and why?
Yeah, so what happens, we get all the formalizations, all the government support. We receive 100 million from microfinance to support the WUMA Circle.
I remember that money.
Yes. So
the one where I think you went to regions, opened
yeah,
offices.
Yes. The same template that the federation is what WUMA had done. So, but because WUMA was not regional based, it was national based. For it was saying wherever you are, you can come to. If you're a producer, if you're a songwriter, you can, come and do that. There was no categorization.
Let's go back to there. Let's start from WUMA. Did you welcome music managers?
Yes, we did.
Writers?
Emma Carlos was representing them.
Writers?
Yes.
Producers?
Writers, John K was there. Producers, Renex was there.
Dancers?
Dancers, we had all those representations. Yeah,
so the breakup, when do you get a divorce all of a sudden?
Comes when, it wasn't even a breakup, it was a resolution from the Gulu meetings. General Saleh, we write as WUMA. General, why is government sponsoring the federation without looking into WUMA, which has existed for 4 years, when the federation has just come for 1 year. So we take artists through the COVID period and we come to 2023. When it comes to 2023, we start engaging UCC, URA, and all this.
That's still WUMA.
Yes, that is WUMA. Because Bragadi had reached a level where he had convinced Parliament that now, yes, actually he had lobbied for over 27 billion for all the musicians.
You're serious?
Yes. This man is a guy who really wished good for all of us, I believe. So he had convinced them and we were attending those meetings.
But I remember the time I was at the federation, that was one of the names that came up. The
federation was formed on the basis of blackmail. Blackmail, totally. Yeah, what?
But no, because I
of
remember
course,
what
remember
the UPRS story.
Exactly. Even WUMA, they never to list a cent. Nibagamba wefina yali ya 400 million ani chokanga sindi akwata mu nsawuze babara kwata yeche transport kwata lero weekend okoze nnyo kwata yemiere her own money. Fina her own money.
So you're sounding like you divorced a woman you love, because why did you then leave?
That's why I'm saying it wasn't a divorce. It was actually an agreement. Yeah. So
as a lawyer of WUMA, how did you jump to the federation?
So when the federation was formed, we placed a complaint, and I personally, an intention to sue the government and the federation.
For what?
For forming it illegally.
Why?
A federation is formed by associations.
That everybody knows now.
The federation was formed by 3 people.
Who and who?
I don't know if it's okay to mention them here.
Maybe already mentioned.
Okay, yeah. So the federation is owned by Sheebah, owned by Kenzo, and
Palace.
No, Palazzo is actually not one of the initial owners. He is just the director, but there is a third person who is in the shadow. So that one, but Sheebah, Palazzo, and Kenzo are almost the owners of the federation.
Had you seen this paper as a lawyer before? That
No.
The federation was
Not yet, but we were quite sure because we had already done a mapping, a national mapping and the regions, and we knew that we had the clusters and the offices in those regions. So there was no way there was a new entity which is going to come and say we are a federation that has associations.
Because we already made the
associations there.
Good, beautiful.
So what these guys did was to start making new associations.
Where did it leave the old ones? So I'm even asking, why don't we go back and report to General Saleh?
That's what happened. So I raised the intention to sue government and the federation for forming it illegally and also investing in it. Because remember, when they formed it like today, in 2 days, Prime Minister Nabanja went there, gave everyone 5 million. Everyone said Chikozechi.
That is what they
call
technical know-who.
Why?
Who was in position to know who?
Yeah,
I remember.
So, of course, I believe General Saleh is a very technical guy, and he quickly reasoned out and is like, hey, these people might have a what? A valid case.
Yes, yeah.
They called us to Guru.
Who did they call to Guru?
Uma.
Only Uma.
Only Uma. The federation had already received money. We were in a small space. Like an office at National Theatre.
I remember
the office.
Yeah.
And these guys were given a full hotel just out of the blue. So it was a big shocker. In fact, I didn't sleep like for, I think, 3 days.
Because you had been doing all the groundwork.
So disturbing, traumatizing. Because we had done everything. Well, these guys are not serious. And when I was telling the scene is that, you know, the
I once had my friend of mine say, Zebampita Musuza. Do you know what Musuza means?
Of course, so. And he has pride in it though.
He also
said this, yeah, you know. So I was telling Cindy, that yo, but legally we can do what? Catch them. And we shall
I'm waiting for the time when you have all this anger crying and you swipe to Alusi.
Saleh calls us to Gulu. We spent a week there. Unfortunately, Cindy did not attend the meeting because she was in South Sudan, but she was following up everything. So we went there. So therefore, we had gone for a day. We went into day 2. General is like, no, you people stay around.
I need your information.
I need to understand. So we stay around. That day, he asks, like, Muinda, you said you're a lawyer? I'm like, yes.
He knows you by name.
He knew me by name while he had researched a lot. So he's like, come. He
called me out of why we're doing this is now broke, we shall get there, but remember him.
Yeah, very much.
After all his work, this is what the most certain part about this industry, we'll get there, stay here.
Exactly. So he calls me in front, he's like, are you sure you want to see the federation? And I told him, General, we have a very, very strong case to present. Yes, and I told him, General, the only issue that can solve and bring back sobriety in the industry and unity is for you to strike a balance. If you leave the federation to continue working, and then you disregard us who have been serving these artists for over 4 years.
Yet you've been here back and forth and we show you
know
the work.
Yes. Then trust me, you're going to cause more harm than good. Like, then he asked, so what do you want me to do?
Is that open-minded? Yeah?
Open-minded, very, very open-minded, and very informed, because he taught us a lot that we actually didn't know.
Even in your own business?
Even in our own business. Wow. You know, and he was insisting.
That means they've done his survey.
He said, you show me how you guys make money. We didn't have those answers, you know. We are all talking about YouTube, but we don't even understand how these things work.
Don't open your eyes, there's money here,
there's money here. It's like even the money you people have been giving in Gulu. Is your what?
Money.
Is your money. Do you know how much money government has for you, for the creative? That has just been there sleeping. You and DPs, what?
You're serious.
Yeah, it's like, you know. So he says, what do we do? I bring back the question. I tell my people that they have come with banana. General is asking now, you bring suggestions. So everyone says, General, favor to work stay. Blah, blah, blah. General is like, I'm tired of this shit. He has had it a lot. So he says, Katiloya, Ovadoga about here. So I tell him, General, my suggestion would be that you call the federation. Yeah. Let's call the federation
sit
here
on a mutual
and
table,
we sit on a round table and resolve this once and for all. And he's like, should I? It was Ragadi. Ragadi was there. It was Ragadi. Ragadi kubira Kenzo. Ragadi is like, General, when mukubira takwata simu zange, wobo mukubira. He's like, you call him. So Ragadi calls. He calls like, olaba esimu teriko. So the phone was like, let me give you another number. So General gives Ragadi another number.
General has Kenzo's personal number,
yes.
other number.
Yes, he has another
UK number usually.
I think he had that other number. So he gave it to Ragadi. Ragadi calls. And just like in 3 beeps, Kenzo picks up. And you know how he picks up? After we had all said so we were like maybe Jenna so college kubira muweza ka message nabga ngenda kukubira bakuli bubi
Kenzo bakwata
so Kenzo nakwata yesebo ye baba nabga Jenna yangambe kukubire abawuma bazeno nga bakayana okay yes Jenna nabga kusema Kenzo oliruda wa
interezana continue.
So Jenna asked Kenzo and Kenzo on the phone says and Kampala. Then Jenna is like kati njagalo je gulu njagalo kwate leadership yo ojena yo egulu eno bana bawuma bagala kutwala mu koti agenda kusiba nno wafunye sente Jenna tetunafuna sente ate nga bangambye mwafunye sente because the money was what already in rumors that bagenda kuba sente ate fete batuwadde so Jenna tells Kenzo that njagalo jene team yo. So Kenzo is like, okay, Jencha. Then Jenna is like, engeri encha jeri Saturday, sagala upape kuvuga mangu. You come on Sunday, muje ku Sunday, then we shall meet on Monday.
Kati all along Jenna is telling you people stay, I was facilitating your stay.
Yagamba I'm building the good economy.
You're serious?
Sajanga to take up a state every day per DM. Ngabaino tuwayo per DM.
Abantu bamwe.
Twali about 18 na iwali about wegatamu tuliyeyo ne tuka about 25.
So 25. Everything was paid.
So yeah, nga kusasulira accommodation ne baba wa music ate ne baba wa ine kasente.
So let's go to Eddy comes.
So Eddy says okay, I'll come on Sunday. So they come on Sunday, Monday we are meeting. Hey, we leave the meeting Fenanga to go, hey, okay, hey, to be happy.
What, can you tell us what you shared in that meeting?
The one with the federation?
The one with Saleh, the federation and
yes,
the people?
Yes, of course. So when they come on Monday, we meet early in the morning, and when we reach the funny part, this one, Sija Kavuka, Twatukan, we were seated generally, and their funders come and they're like, so which team is this? This is the Uma team. Hey, so they told us to sit on one side, on the other side.
Who are they calling Bagenyi now?
The federation. Because for us, we had been residents in Gulu for a whole week. So they say the federation will sit on this side.
You're making it sound like a movie. Sorry, I had to sort something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they separate. These are empty seats waiting for the guys. For us, we are here. But now, on our team, we have Pina Masanyalaze, we have Jeff Ekongot, we have KS Alpha, we have me, we have Ronald Mainja, we have
that's a big team, yeah.
Gerard Chiwewa, we have producer Renex, we have some profitable, some names, yeah. But mainly the older generation, yeah. So we sit, we wait for these guys. So we were seated like 30 minutes. These guys had slept around us, we had read the rate. And we just see cars coming in. Range Rover, Patrol,
boys came in like stars. Like they came to the show of fun.
We are the real business.
This is the business. This is the show.
So Coco Finger,
Chameleon,
DJ Michael. Hey, Chameleon yayingira jeno na mukana muwasalute. General yamuita jeno na yeye. Lawe banyoka fege kabwe bakanywa bonna. Tawonengamba Chameleon much respect. But of course I knew most of them on the other side. I was just in the audience, but I was this side, So we begin. The meetings get heated. But wagambye mwe muri ligo. Munyonyole how are you created? General Ragadina gamba General badde nsaba abazokulopa be baba bakola ki basooka
then bano by defending. Yeah, that's how it has to work.
Then generally like, hey, okay, kati bano batubuli batutandika. The federation was formed by only 3 people, blah blah blah, which is illegal, it doesn't have associations, blah. Kati nga tumalanga gena gamba ini side yogere nga Kalumba imkoyo CEO wawe ngatandika nga gamba first of all tebagamba tetuli registered mu URSB balimba jeno bagenda okujjayo bwe bati dashboard ngekiro bakozeza updates okumanya nga banange this world is difficult.
What do you mean by updates? Nga bakoze updates?
All the loopholes we had spotted out in their system nga bazifixes. But we had done that research up to that date.
For me, our work in the regular had been there. There was a lot of lawyers coming. Nariko Federation. Yeah. Because in Amala there were so many people coming. Lawyers, ministers, intellectuals. We used to have meetings up to like 10 with Mami.
And worst of all, government had put a clause to registering any company that has the word Uganda and national. Like it had done that like a year ago.
And you people did.
And no. They had already, we knew those were one of our issues, but they had registered the federation as Uganda National.
Uganda music.
Naye government yali take a stop on any company to be registered.
That light is really messing us up. I don't know if we'll be seen, but for this conversation to continue. It's not favoring us. Okay, you keep talking. I change it again.
Okay.
I don't want you to look dark and the girls say, yeah. Okay, continue. Government had already?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Look at it.
So, say that again. I'm not going to preamble that.
Yeah, so government had already put a stop to any company being registered with the word Uganda or the word national.
Why?
Because it was now, I think there were so many companies out there in the private sector that were posing as government entities. Remember, if you have Uganda National Examination Board, Uganda Bureau of Statistics, Uganda, and then you come from the private sector and you're like Uganda Bati, Uganda.
So, but our federation was not considered as.
No, that is before the federation. Government had already put a stop on using those words on any company registration. But here comes a scenario where we wake up one day and they have created Uganda National Musicians. So they had broken their own.
So you were ahead of them now.
So we were ahead of them. So we knew we had a case. All those were cases, facts.
You as the lawyer, you already knew these details.
I already knew those details. So I already put those loopholes in. So we returned, the Kalumbas show us that, you know, there was this, you know what Genocide told us? Sometimes you have to stop being so legal. Stop using the law so much and use logic.
How are we all benefiting from this?
So, Naturagati, these people convinced government that they are the actual players and they are going to.
Now, when you say convince, yet it's Genocide that is dealing with it. Who did the federation convince? Who did they talk to? Had they come to Gulu before you people, after you? Who did they convince? Who had they convinced in government that they are the legal entity?
Like I had already told you earlier, we had already done the government rounds. We had already introduced ourselves.
Exactly. So how do they come? And Geno is saying
that's why he's saying use logic, not what?
Not legal.
Not the law. Government yafunye. Abasobola okukola ki? Okutegeera kye baagala. Okusingamu abagambye ffe twagala formalizing.
Oh, you're being imparable.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, scratch my back, I scratch your back. These people are willing to scratch my back. Forget all your laws and use some brains.
Ugambe eti wafunye Kenzo.
Asobola.
Okategedde. So, nabyalugamba bano government egenda kubagulira hotero. Okitegeera. Nga for us we are paying rent at National Theatre.
Bali batwala take yali heavier.
So, natugamba what? So, natugamba, so what is the resolution? Kenzo nayimuka n'agamba general tubadde tusawo tuweemu olunaku tugende twogeremu tumaze okureasoninga eno neno technically tukoze eki tuba defeat nze bubi nnyo
naye kati
logically Buzz in a Range Rover, by Nabravito, by nine.
But then there was the case of Lukwagwe, this whole court thing. And I think it was, I don't know, the analysis Nagamba. Katwaro took a Mateka Nobam. Exactly. Not Nobuza who has the power. Amateka exactly. Now let's talk who has the power. Okay, that's how you emerge, and that's how you end up into the federation.
Actually, when we got that day to go and discuss, we talked, Kenzo came with this attitude of Banai. Signing is the resolution for today, because General Salia told us the mandate. Partnership agreement, because he's a wise guy, it was happy to get over to Amcot, so mandate. Partnership agreement, Bukirism Gana Koragan, they set you off. I cannot fight a war for 4 years or of war. That's what the general was saying.
He had tried his part.
He had done his best, so it's like now, harmony. So when Kenzo came, he's like, where is the document? We had slept the whole night drafting the agreement.
You, the lawyers.
The lawyers, and I never taken it.
So what was in this document? We are joining hands.
But when we come, our president of UMA has to become the first vice president.
That's the Sheebah's position.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then
that's all in written.
Yeah. Then our leadership has to get leadership positions. And
we share
have
the
to have our president has to be a signatory on the federation account and all this.
So let me reverse a little bit. Then when do the likes of Bebe Cool, Chameleon start falling back? There's a season when the meetings were becoming empty. Juliana disappeared, Mr. Matog disappeared. Because was that after the union of Uma or Mwasang already one of the blade back?
Our Bali is the back.
The backs have understood the logic story.
And they understood that this wasn't for the music industry. It wasn't, really a solution to any of the challenges that they had, So even me going to the federation was giving them a benefit of doubt. But I was warned. The Ragadis warned me, everyone warned me.
How long were you at the federation in the system?
2 years. 2 years. Two wasted years. Okay, no, maybe not wasted, but
let's go back, because there I think everything was streamlined and we were going.
But let me first complete this part.
Parliament and
this part. So when we reached to sign the partnership agreement, there comes another disagreement. Kenzo says, Banya, sisobola kera kumacha omuntu abadde alwanira federation ate mugambe nti
Eddy atwala the position.
They were two
enemies, rivals
in the industry. At that time,
that was the hard
for their union battle, their battle and stage. So Kenzo told us that and this, and somehow there was a big argument. Atetwa kuje ate mutulinyeko bulinya. Ngate mulaba tubalese ne
already mwakozemu waka wamwe your entire country, you have your associations, your legal, you've been into office, gender here and there, parliament.
So Kenzo stood up and said, I can review I'm wasting my time. That was good.
That was good. You don't mean I knew mom before you come into the federation. Yeah, was a mom in a hotel.
Yeah, usually some of you.
And health medication. His son Eddy had that company. So that's so this conversation is good.
Good. No, remember we asked him for a day.
One more meeting.
That day.
And that one is smart. I can
byamutukako immediately wano nga tuwe chance ne bimutukako ne baga abantu bakoze kuba mwalimu abantu benga Eddy kirabira
ate kirabira
ye buli kituka masa bamugambira era namugambira abantu be chance tuba tuli awo tukyalina meeting ile kibiki Kenzo kati tudde Kampala kanafe tugaya tuba no creature bonabagaya yoyo mwana muto ati kati atukomandinga ati abalonda tumayinja oba agende kati nganze mukwata ateze kamba na
tuze mbayimbi ebya ego
tudayo kati mu bya ego yeno twawulira ati teyatuwa na chance kola
kusala kudde
dayeri
yabagamwe na mudeka
kajabuzi kojo your assistant we yajabuze no hotero nagamba odeze yomwavuge motoka yege ne petrol station bagateremu amafuta de Kampala terina gwe bawakashi
yes amusomye bateeka roadblock kaluma eyali ku kibooko
yali ndala eno kati lwali tumaze okulisolvinga ebyali eri mu covid so naye eno yali order yanga mukiraba basajja ayagala kusigala sigale ku lulu ayagala kati kubalaba era kyova ne kakapumanga agamba I'm tired of musicians, I'm tired kuba yali atuuse point ate I got so disappointed kubanga yali ampadde trust nemulaga nokumulaga generally nti we are what?
One.
We are one.
Not even the fact that he knew your name and you were loyal.
Yeah.
That means whatever, because he's a very
and he called me from because he had already had everyone's submissions. No one has a long-term plan. Buli wenjogera okwogera muwa facts muwa short term long term muwa wano wali problem wano tusobola kitatata.
So when you come back that's when you go back and join the federation.
So we come back and we now Ragadi calls for another consultative meeting to have this matter sorted. Because we is understand generally because even this government
yalina package
ina package ye agenda to compensating ababadde bakola for 4 years ne unison agitekemu kapitandika.
Wow.
So we sabotaged ourselves. So Ragadi na damu na tuita nga agamba following up jeno mumanyi ye mukwano gwe ngawe tunamulaga kituli serious
we are organized
he will think it. So he calls for a meeting. What happens in the meeting? Wuma is there, federation is there, and the federation makes it clear to Ragadi, for us we are not part of what? NCF. NCF
in general
is now his thing, Ragadi's thing.
I thought
Ragadi
NCF
is the policy
was the
now.
body that joined us to government. The legal body that joins us to government.
So the federation says for us we are private sector. Tukwamu PSFU. Which is actually totally wrong. Because you cannot be Uganda national musicians, a public entity, and you say again you're in private sector.
So as per we speak right now, that's illegal.
It's very illegal. We've all got to be you. Already the law says every omuntu kirete nchakati kati Ragadi's entity police teka erigamba abantu bonna abali mu creative industry kababiri ba herbalists, ba traditional healers, as long as you're in the creative sector,
movie actors and other
eteke libatwala oba police babudabuda yeya national culture
forum
policy you're creating a national culture forum byonna bigwa wansi wa Uganda National Culture Center UNCC
gender to government.
Ekitegeeza nti all federations, associations being falling under NCF.
Okay.
Kati bano bagambye bo fete tukola ki tetuli wansi wo.
So they become a private
there was
sector.
A blackmail in the creation of the federation. The government yali yabagamba tebanayitibadde tulingane Ragadi. Lwaki temubateeka mu kyenge omusajja ne bamusiiga enziro ne bamusiiga akasapo namu BRL. So if they say they are now affiliated to him baba bakoze ki
so nabo balinayo ba inside era bagamba don't add up with who. Sounds like bali bamanya ekikapu kiri naffe tugeyo ekyaffe
exactly.
Ate bano nga balina kali logical advantage tetujja kuba government
divide and control. Because Wuma is genocide.
So Wagamam is a private entity. As we speak right now, Mateka, is it running as a private entity or is running as a government body?
Just take a while.
There are 3 directors. But let's say this is public knowledge.
It's a person's company. It's a private entity. So that's why we cannot actually hold them really accountable.
So when this money comes, say the first billions, or how many?
5, then 5.
So it comes to a private entity or a government entity?
Private entity on behalf of the
government. It's just like funding a circle.
No, circle is member-based.
That is
member-based because it's collective.
So they are getting this money legally?
Yeah.
As a private entity. So if anything comes to accountability of
like
this
a government
money,
parastatal,
they will
if
be
you have a
audited.
service as CATS who is doing this kind of work, CATS stocks, and the government feels that they
I'm doing a
can
good
spread their message of
Information.
immunization through your platform, then they can
will pay
actually
me
fund
off.
you.
Oh, okay.
So that's what happened.
Let's-
So when you're pointing
Me,
fingers,
where I started falling off, let me also tell my story about where batantegerera. One, when there was a meeting, they were gamba about manager bona abagobe. Because I know like 70-80% of artists ngabona bali relying totally on what the manager says.
Yes.
From Jeff Tiwa to Roger to me was managing 3 artists to so many artists. The decision you ever one, you were manager from the video they're going to do, how they're going to dress, where they're going. So bagova over Bushington when I bagobi nengamba. You just want to deal with people who can't respond to you.
Exactly.
The people who will reason you out, you're just trying to dish everybody out. That's when I was like, era
ze nina abantu abategedde nti kya federation ne bagamba babala katonda akwagala. You are totally in the wrong place.
But what is hurting me work?
Exactly.
You people used to wake up early. We wake up and I'm seeing people in offices. Then I hear, yeah, to go to parliament. We are from meeting this minister. We're from when. What makes the last cluster of people disappear from the federation? Because I worry another 8, it's like 50 that left. You're parking at the end. What was the cause?
Exactly. Kwagamba industry nerimu ebintu abantu aba in leadership positions, they are very indisciplined and selfish and also evil.
But me, I know bags of money that shifted off the first batch. Abafunana sente zagenda paka eri nakawuka. Amayumba negatandika okudduka gonna King, Sheebah, country houses, motoka nezikyuka buli omu aguze endala. Kati neno bunch nayo ya motoka amalala katandise okujja lwe yaguze GL formatic nentegeera kati bazijjeyo. So can we say the leader, I'll use code so that even if you have to sue me, you can't really sue me. The team that leads this private entity has its people they give this money to.
Of course.
Can we stand here and say what Bafana was complaining about was right?
100. Bafana came out when I actually had already thought about it like months ago. You know, there's a time when there were campaigns last year. I single-handedly held that institution, opening and closing every day.
Because everyone was busy?
Every day. When the boss is not around, everyone disappears. But musicians still needed what? Services. Still needed. The government knew the entity that it has put in 5 billion is what? Working.
What happened to buying the hotel? Because when we walk in Colorado, government says, the president himself says, I think it was Eddy's speech, that we bought early.
Yeah.
I call my people inside plus mommy is like Vachavanya, and really it's a big sum of money about that hotel.
Then time came when they were saying, so he's still
honestly said, Jerusalem, mommy,
and then I think government realizing very hesitant.
But you just got another bunch of money. Mwakafuna sente juzi wano. Uraza mu bintu byabikyuse video zitandise okuteebwa.
That is the first official money that has come.
The rest was a pocket.
That is the first official money that has come, and I don't know how things are going to play out, but let's wait and see. I don't want to really be a...
Were you the first bunch of money without saying names or amounts? Did you see how that money was divided?
No, I wasn't there yet. And I didn't even receive the coin.
Explain to me, Bafana is complaining. Like his issue,
Bafana's issue is very
yesterday we were ngamba Bumazima Bafana yali asavies in the federation. Agenda okubira one better. Ate better tamanyi Bafana abadde asaving in the federation. I think yamugamba tulina wadde kikulu. Break down Bafana tumanyi Bafana is complaining for the right reason. Then abalala balitandikira.
Yeah. So Bafana abantu balooza nti njaga nti oba biki dance or biki because but yet people are very intelligent This is one of the most disciplined musicians.
Naina Dubai is a very smart woman.
Very smart guy.
Meeting
It's actually you completely very publicly to actually want to be closer to him more, because I realize that we just right wrongly so much. Yeah. But he spent from after campaigns when things had stabilized and what. He said now that money has come to the federation, I need now to do what? Execute my projects. And then he take a kasente kange to go into Uka. So he's the guy who saved for almost 3 months.
Did you closely look at that money?
I was there.
No, on your set is how much did Bafana save?
Up to 25 million, and by the time he came to get it, he had 21 million on the account.
How does that happen? How do I save Uganda 5 less money?
No, not that. That was not the problem, because he was withdrawing a bit. But where the problem came is for him being denied a loan.
Yet he had been saving with it.
Yes, circle rules are general everywhere you go. You get 3 times of what
you've been saving.
Yes.
So
how actually your account has been playing. So if you even get 200 million.
I have to save. I don't think the federation has come out to explain this. So the things are prevented because I registered. So when Bazina registering our bagamba simanyi bring of ne card ilete 15 jeri. I can come back na 10%.
17.
Kuba nga bamupetwazi waya abasibe. I'm not eligible to the money.
You're not, but they've given many who are not even members.
The money.
Yes. So that's the issue of Bafana. You know, he's an authentic guy.
This is on record.
Yeah. So the man was disciplined. He saved his money, and he came doing what they do, what they call due diligence. How are things working here? He was not only interested about his own self, but also the entire industry.
You know, that's the pain that has me. We came there and we were crying problems. We have to do our meetings. Now we shall do this. Artists like this, we shall do this with DJs. And money comes and people just hide,
changes.
Yeah, hide in a room and divide it among themselves.
Kati omuntu gweyongoloza alina passion ki ku industry. Alina passion ki, alina vision ki gy'asobola okukolera industry. Talina wadde
kati saa zino kujja.
Talina na vision n'egi era ky'asobola okwagala buli kimu kife. Bebo abatula mu meeting
zaagala. He has a problem. Emyaka gy'emulabidde. Yalowooza the Uganda didn't appreciate him enough. That's his biggest problem. So when you say Mr. abasobola okuwa ssente n'okuwa obudde. I got some of us so they can bow down to you.
But
so initially when they send this money, Baba Gambazaji.
Sentezo, Mayaga by name. But to cut time never gamambo. Kulina budget ya facility ya secretariat, a call a minimum operational budget administrative vision. But Balimu field during campaigns is their office. They are receiving a barua. You have a Minister of Gender.
No,
because I am a professional guy. Kankuvidani,
President.
Better. Wait, I won't go and research here. I direct out. I'm going to go on. Why would Balu is the one? They take it out.
Oh, just so
me done. It's not funny. Not to be done in evidence in
in evidence in for today to end up. But he's a lawyer, and by the time we come here, we also have people we talk to. So just know he has your paperwork. So when you want to attack the different direction, we shall also handle you. Yeah. We have a lot of things because we can't do a federation with 3 signatories.
And you're saying you're doing national work.
And that totally looks like
that money,
some people's company.
That money came with a directive from the Ministry of Gender, which of course was representing the President's directive, that this is a seed capital to the
federation.
No, to the musician circles.
In plural.
Circles.
That means even the women's circles.
Exactly.
What is this money they're giving to different circles in different districts? Are they the same women's circles or they created their own circles?
They created their own circles. And that's
so how are your circles all over the country indeed with microfinance?
They had to be
merged together.
Into.
With the leaders from the federation.
Big money. You know, the capacity they had, the financial muscle was so heavy, and this is where
You make it sound like they talk to somebody higher than Gulu.
No, not really.
Or is the logistic behind it that they are
I
buying?
think when you say Gulu, it's the same office. It's the same office. There is nothing that was done in Gulu that the main man did.
Or there's nothing being done now that he doesn't know.
That he doesn't know. And General Saleh was telling us not once, not twice. As I was talking to the president about your issues, I told him this. So they were in unison. And also the president had already said I left musician issues to General Saleh. So
all these dreams we had in the Twatulanga meetings, mani ate to ate, we will push each other.
You know, government for it, actually, me where I want musicians to understand that government has no solution for you. It cannot come and help you handle your own challenges. For it, its interest is on taxes. It doesn't care if you're doing what dirty work to make money that it can tax you. You know, so it's interested in the business.
He was showing me figures of how much they tax the music industry. It was a lot of figures.
Yes, and that's where General Saleh wanted. For him, they want to invest in you to make money. More money. But the actual people they are investing in are not focused there. They are not looking.
I was looking
there.
through the.
For them, they are saying
the national
budget.
So now we're from Penga to Bebe to Ragadi. It's the same thing.
It's worse. It's
really
worse. Very, very rotten. That for
you're
them,
speaking as a lawyer,
a
former lawyer
who
of
has
the federation.
been in the system, yes, who has been in the system.
If you are to compare the system under woman, the system under the federation, you go with saying
very, very bad people, and they've destroyed the industry massively. If we can make random calls to Ginger, I know what happens there in the office, the ones representing the federation. You can go to the north. People still call me. They don't understand.
So why don't all these artists, we have TikTok, why don't they all come and talk? Who are they fearing?
I don't know.
This career was given to you by yourself.
And we are freedom fighters, meanwhile artists. You're supposed to be advocates.
Why are you kissing everywhere, man? It's your children who are going to suffer.
2 million today.
You know, when I came out, people thought I wanted Simanya, I was greedy, I'm always fighting. But I saw it from
when
the start.
When Bafana came out, they thought he was on personal. The guy was helping you musicians. The recent report, the meeting was on 9th, the circle, 9th June, the annual general meeting for the circle. They put it online with an excuse of Ebola. Can you imagine? They brought independent auditors. Do you know what the auditors noticed? 3 main issues. We are seeing money coming into the circle account of the federation. We are not seeing money in
the account.
Saturation.
Oh, the money drops on the circles.
On the circles.
All these checks you've been flopping around, Manyamukono, Mbarara.
That is very little money.
The big
money
numbers
that comes to the federation circle. But there is no money
on ground
in circulation. We are not seeing the loans. We are not seeing the projects you're doing, the investments, which artist is taking. The least artist who is taking authentic money has less than 10 million, I think.
You're serious?
Very bad record. The meeting was online but attended by 38 people, of which 20 of the entire country, of which 20 of them or 27 of them are not artists Cats can book. The only artist that was there who is an artist is Lillian Mbabazi. Me, I was there as a shadow.
I saw one interview with Lillian, and I know this one has also been blackmailed.
There's nothing to be. She got a shock of her life losing Mozebad, you know.
And she needs to survive.
Yeah,
she had her own personal issues.
So I can't blame her. I actually respect her. But it's unfortunate
so why are the major artists that are quietly knowing what's going on, all keeping quiet?
Have you ever seen a one Sheebah, a one Palazzo coming out to defend the federation? Technically, go put it to the interview. Federation, there is no one who can put their face. David Mitalo is on the committee. He's a big man. He's a treasurer. So when I tell you it is the worst that has happened to this music industry.
So how are we going to account for this money in the future? Because Uganda is a private entity. That means
we cannot account for it. That's what I'm saying. Government
but
just
them budget. Did you see how much money they put for us?
Yes, but still we are not going to. For us, who can do something, we are not seated. We are not quiet. We are not quiet. I can promise that to the musicians who are watching this. We are not quiet. We are finding an alternative for you. We have to find an alternative because there is a directive that is valid now that is moving, and it came from President Museveni that says all matters to do with musicians in Uganda should be handled under the federation. And I'm one of the people who have come out to say this is very wrong. We did not know that this happened, but of course, because the leader of the federation is so close, is his position where he is connected, must have convinced Muzei, and Muzei made a statement that was not. He did not think about properly. Because that is a statement big blunder.
You don't know what exactly is happening on ground.
Yeah, what is happening on ground, or what impact.
What's silencing these voices? The little checks they pay in the night. Because I know people got 5 million, I know got 15, I know they bought 40 and refused. I know one who came there and made noise and they gave him 50. I know people got money.
So, of course, people are afraid. So these days they are very mysterious deaths. There are funny accidents. There are what people are afraid. People would rather protect themselves. But I would guarantee you, I would also tell you that whether you keep quiet or you talk,
have you seen something else? You know, you keep quiet, but these things are coming back to your
Those
pocket.
are the real issues musicians should be asking.
I don't know if musicians have a national budget.
Hey,
Baba
was sente. And you
quiet. Government.
One of those don't be quiet, don't allow to say that we are under one organization that we all accepted.
You ask for transparency. Who are the signatories of this company? Exactly. Who signs money? Who gets the money?
How is money coming in?
Let it be as open as a government entity.
That is supposed to be public information.
Public information.
On our website. It should supposed to be there, but you go to the UNMF.
So even the minutes that came from the general meetings were never put outside public knowledge.
They cannot. But I'm going to publish them.
You have them?
Yes, I have them. I have to publish them. This is information that is saving the country and the government millions of money. Because kuvulira ku 10 billion in 3 years. Nga tetulina wadde camera, tetulina wadde studio, tetulina wadde kintu kiri awo. People, artists, the actual artists can send
government
no.
So compare with
how can we be
that? Apparently the equipment you used to record for all the jam sessions and the broadcasts you're doing is hired.
Yeah.
It's hired from what company?
It is hired from one of the directors
other company.
Yeah, other company.
Then the jam session was stopped because it was spending how much money every Tuesday?
Almost $10,000.
$10,000.
Yeah, that's about 40 million. Yeah.
And then I called DJ Trees to jam session.
You can imagine.
One transport.
Naimbawo ne batamuwa
nendeta amagutaga navuganga kuva kyanja
bapino ne bamutuzaawo paka kumakya ne bamuwa kwegamba. It's very funny.
So every Tuesday bali basula
omutwalo gwa $1 owange mu kupangisa byuma ebisasula abayimbi n'abayimbi bogamba be batasasula wali ku records basasule era mu accountability yabwe ojja kubasanga
buli alinnyawo
nze baali bampa emitwalo 3 omwezi
for jam session only.
Omwezi okujjaawo for the services.
As a lawyer?
As a lawyer.
Why?
There is no budget. Nengamba kansirika era ne bangamba bulungi katulindeko sente zijje tujja kukola sente wezaji nenguma
fena twagumaawo wano omuntu tuzinoonya
enseno bannanga abantu abali ebanaye
producer n'agamba naye buli kaseero n'oba tunyumiza bya federation ye mama
ati tebamanyi nti osevinga ggwanga.
No, like you can bangayo every day. When they come to the TV, I explain to them how far the federation joint meeting yagezetia, what's the future for them. They want to work spokesperson. PR. Kasa tuchiri mupena.
What you mean federation tebera kakona PR.
Nabagamba okambe spokesman ekati nenchikola just
sebaza kukkiriza oli mugezi nnyo.
Okay, tubaleke kati watu
tweyongereyo. Tunabawa part 2. Tugenda bawa part 2 paka 5 paka 10.
Tuwakomye wano. if we don't send a clarification in a week's time,
yeah,
we come back with documents.
Okay, no worry. Naye nga bayimbi bambi, I think
kino ekintu kyaffe man
what I would say
weterwanira teyagenda
turanirira and
tusooke tujjemu kirimu saate bajja kundaba sente baazituwa obaza gavumenti wasa gavumenti tusooke tuzijjeyo kubanga waliwo abazijjayo ekiro abantu bali bawa sente mwekiro mwe muli abizimbe kwambuka ne mulowooza bayimba oba mwenna temuyimba otolaba emmotoka bwe zikyuka buli bakyukamu ng'olaba benzi zijja
ate gwe nga bakutadde mu kamera ze bateeka mu kamera ze mbadde nga basente mu regions musajja watu abantu banyigira kati n'ebifo byesigendamu nga abantu bangamba oli ku kiwato oli wali ku nsawo
n'abayimbi basatu baali kaceekako nga bakakutti yanga sikyayingira na kibuga abaana bambuza bipapula. We'll be back MC Cat Stocks. We're saving this for Uganda. Like we said earlier, twatandika save Ugandan music. So for now it's a preamble. Tutandika butandisi. Reintroduce yourself.
Amanya neddoboozi Barbara Muyinda, Rama Muyinda, copyright lawyer, reggae dancehall artist. And yeah, big up on us.